In this episode of New Jersey Living, we are back in Newark, New Jersey. And if the cherry blossoms that you can see that are bookending this little entrance, beautiful kind of aesthetic to this, is really just a park restroom facility, but it's a beautiful aesthetic to it. Cherry blossoms, very much reminiscent of our Forrest Hill episode. All right, so if you haven't seen it already, take a look at that one. You just missed out on, I think the Cherry Blossom Festival is over now, I believe. But the cherry blossoms obviously are still there. So if you have an opportunity to take a visit, take a look at that episode, Forest Hill area, beautiful aesthetic to that general area. But we're today not in Forest Hill. We are in Upper Vailsburg. So I'm gonna flash up two maps. One map just gives you an overall kind of approximation of where Vailsburg lies within Newark, and then a closer one that shows you that we are directly along the border of South Orange. So Upper Vailsburg borders South Orange to the point where Seton Hall University, which is almost directly behind me right here from this park, we're in Ivy Hill Park right now, and this definitely borders the Seton Hall campus. So we're very, very close to South Orange. In this episode, we're going to take a look at this community. We actually are going to take a look at a active listing that is going to have some interior footage. I know a lot of people want to see interior video, interior photos. You're going to get a taste of both in this episode because one of these listings belongs to me in this case. So this gives us an added luxury for this episode, so be sure to stick around. Upper Vailsburg is a absolutely unsung and under the radar section, even when we talk about Newark, because you'll hear often Ironbound. Forrest Hill is obviously going to stand out for obvious reasons if you've seen that episode. And Weequahic, as I mentioned in that episode, is having a definitive resurgence. So those come up a lot, but Upper Vailsburg, not as much. But as you're going to see in this episode with street footage, with some of the recent sales, this is a very, very viable prospect in terms of buying a home, whether you are like that first-time buyer looking to step into your first taste of ownership because there's affordability here, or if someone is just transitioning, you do own, maybe you own condo, maybe you own townhome, maybe someone here in the local area is looking to downsize from one of these super large Victorian or Georgian or what have you, any of these larger homes into something a little bit more compact and easier to maintain. This is another option as well. So just to give a little context of Ivy Hill Park, I'm going to pan around just a little now. We are next to the Ivy Hill Apartments, Mount Vernon Elementary School, which is one of two elementaries in the neighborhood. And then the community where we're going to be is right here behind me on the other side of the fence. All right, so we're going to take a look at a property that will certainly give you a taste of what I'm mentioning already for the episode. So we're going to dive into some of the features of the park in just a moment, and I want to also keep everybody just abreast that we are hitting a lot more locations for the second time as we get into the spring. So we're going to hit some new locations, and we're going to start some revisits as well, particularly in Hudson County. So let's get our tour started now with another scene right here in Ivy Hill Park. I'll see you there. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Coldwell Banker. And my job is to bring content like this to viewers like you. So we aim every week to bring content on the real estate market, places to dine, iconic locations, social entertainment scenes. So if this is something that you are interested in, this is the channel for you. So click like, subscribe, and the notification bell to stay updated on episodes like this and many more to come, covering various areas of northern New Jersey, for the most part, suburbs of New York City. So our aim is always to bring 5-star content to reflect all of our 5-star ratings. So thank you for the Jersey Hunters who have been following all along. To those, this may be your first time, welcome. For those who have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe, join the family, throw in some comments. We have some added content coming your way, as I just mentioned in the opening clip, in some areas we've already visited and in some new locations as well. So, as I mentioned, we are here in Ivy Hill Park in Upper Vailsburg section of Newark. And behind me, you can see the new turf field, and I am standing on some bleachers right now of an area that is very much in construction right now. So I'm going to pan around just a little so you can get a taste of. There's some construction happening right now. They're working on paving some walkways. I'm not sure if they're going to be paver the way these are, or that one probably is going to be blacktop, what they're working on right now. That's my guess. But this park is certainly going through a renovation and an upgrade that is absolutely just adding to the community as a whole. Behind me, if you can see the dome a little bit further in the distance, I'll flash up a quick picture of it. That is Seton Hall University. So we are absolutely dead set against the border of South Orange. All right, so let's get into the park a little bit. There's a playground. I'll flash up some photos for you of the playground, which is an extensive playground area. There's a basketball court here as well. Walking trail that is here. Walking trail actually walks directly by the backyard of our first stop today. So that first listing, this is the one that I mentioned that we are going to take a look inside with both some video and some photo footage. And that backyard is directly up against this park. So it's a very, very lovely, lovely location. Nice neighborhood. So when we talk Vailsburg in general. Vailsburg has an upper, it has a lower, and it has a general Vailsburg area. So Upper Vailsburg is, and you would think is upper in terms of being north, but it's really not necessarily. It's really more towards the west, right up against the border of South Orange. So this is the area we're going to focus on homes with our road footage and recent sales here. Obviously, we always focus on sales that have happened within the past 30 days. So we're going to jump into the big three. So those who are new to the channel, everybody else already knows the routine here. We get into the big three, and what are the three factors that drive real estate demand here in New Jersey? And those factors are proximity to New York City, local train station, and school ratings. Those are the drivers, all right? So when we're talking about where we are right now, Upper Vailsburg, we're in Newark. So we are directly west of Manhattan. So we are a 35-minute drive easily to get into the city, all right? Unless we have a major traffic scene, which, let's be honest, happens a lot around here. So check mark definitely for proximity. Next one is train station. So Newark definitely has PATH, it has Amtrak, it has New Jersey Transit. There's even the light rail that's here in town. Now, Upper Vailsburg is on the far west side of Newark. There's not a light rail station the way it is in Forrest Hill. However, even from where we are right now, we're less than a mile from the South Orange train station. All right, so definitely going to get a check mark because the city itself has multiple trains. And even though we're on the far western edge of the city, we're still close enough to have a very convenient commute down to the village, catching the train in South Orange. So check mark there. Now schools, we dive into schools, and with Newark, it's definitely a nuanced conversation when we talk about school ratings. The reason being is Newark schools, Newark public schools, yeah, I'm going to flash up really quickly. Mount Vernon, you already seen the picture or saw it in the background of my previous clip. One of the two of the local elementaries has a C+, and I reserve a check mark for A+, A-. The reason why Newark is a bit of a nuanced conversation is because there are multiple public school, charter school, and parochial, and by parochial I mean religious school options that are A-rated. So flash up a couple. The Gray Charter School, for example, is K through 8, A-rated. There is science, one of the high schools, A-rated. Technology, A-rated. St. Benedict's, A-rated, right, which is a parochial. That's a high school. So there are options here. These are often schools where you may have to be on a wait list, or your student may have to test into, or other selection criteria to be admitted to, or in the case of St. Benedict's, a parochial or religious school, you're going to pay tuition. But there are options here in the city for really exceptional, and I mean truly exceptional school ratings and learning experiences. So, but because we're talking about just what's here in this given location, I'm not going to give a check mark. I'm going to put an X, but I'll throw an asterisk up there just because there are options here. All right, so 2 out of 3 check marks, and the demand right now, the reason why this is under the radar, because demand is not necessarily high in Upper Vailsburg, but you're going to see right now how there are some bargain deals to be had in this community. One of them will be our listing right here, 49 Tuxedo Pkwy, which has open house this weekend, Saturday, from 1 to 4. So Saturday's date, I've got to get my dates right. I believe it is the 15th because tax day ends up on the 19th. But Saturday is 1 to 4 o'clock. We have open house. Come on out, take a look. Love to have you come visit the neighborhood. Come take a look at this property. All right, so we're going to get our started there, stopping first at 49 Tuxedo Pkwy, taking a look at the interior and a little bit of information about that property, and we'll continue with an additional 3 that we're going to take a look at that are recent sales. All right, let's get this journey started. I'll see you there. As mentioned in the intro scene, here we are at 49 Tuxedo Pkwy. This lovely Upper Vailsburg colonial is going live on the market this weekend. We're having an open house, and I'm going to walk you through some of the video footage of the interior in just a moment. But before I get into that, get into the feed of the details. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It has both living room, formal dining, and a den, along with a finished basement here. You probably can see beyond the cars just a little bit in the back. There is a 2-car detached garage, and we are, as you already saw, somewhat of the park view. We're directly adjacent to the park. So let's now take a little bit of a walkthrough of the property itself, meticulously, and I do mean meticulously maintained. Front end, which you've already seen in the exterior view of the intro scene, walking into an enclosed porch. These enclosed porches are very, very common for the era of construction in the definitely 20s, 30s, and even 40s. The enclosed porch is not always heated. Typically they are not, but this one does have outlets. You could put a space heater and make that all season room by all means. This opens up into a very large open living room. Wonderful wood floors. These are floors that are original to construction. The construction year on this is 1935. So you notice some of the detail there on the floors. Big open space for the living room that has a fireplace, walking into a dining room space. That again is very sizable. You can appreciate just the general openness of the concept, even for an older home. All right, so that dining room eventually leads into the den area. But again, just looking at the photos, actually video footage, I should say, you can see that it's a very, very well maintained. You can see there's been replacement windows that have upgraded at some point in time. And then we eventually dive into a view of the kitchen. Now the kitchen view, you're going to see upgraded in terms of cabinets, upgrades in terms of granite countertop. It's an eat-in kitchen, so it's very sizable, adequate storage and cabinetry throughout. This is a reflection of a home that is not newly renovated, but has been upgraded throughout the years, as well as being meticulously maintained. So this is by all means what we consider to be a turnkey property. Next stop is going to be taking a look upstairs. So we take a stroll upstairs. The carpet is newer, very much in new condition, as you can see. Once we get up to the second level, take a look around, you'll see that there's three bedrooms, all really comfortable in size. With the age of construction, a lot of homes in the 30s and 40s would have one bedroom that typically was a very small, almost like a nursery or office space, and that is not the case for this particular property. All three bedrooms are very sizable and comfortable. Bathroom size is another standout for the property. So the bathroom is a dual vanity sink. At one point had a clawfoot tub and a separate shower, but now just one tub shower unit. But that could be an option for someone who wanted to, revert back to that. So as you take a look in these bedrooms and the bathroom, again, you see the hardwood floors are throughout. Even underneath the carpet would be hardwood. And the primary bedroom, very sizable as well. This is a very comfortable living space for whether it be someone looking to downsize, had a larger home and wanted something smaller, or even a growing family. It has that kind of versatility. And our final stop is the third level, which is the attic space. Again, we're talking about that era, 1930s, 1940s. This was very commonplace in this area of New Jersey to have homes with that third level, normally a somewhat finished attic space, oftentimes converted into another bedroom. You can see as we go up, there's a closet already there that is in use as a closet, but this is something that could be very well finished. To make it an official bedroom by tax record would require permitting because there's certain codes and what have you that have to comply if you want to officially have it on record as a fourth bedroom. But many people use it for a variety of reasons, for added living space or a bedroom. And although we are not looking at the bathroom in this clip, we're going to, the basement. There is a finished basement as well. I did not have that on this particular clip because there's still some clearing up and organizing going on down in the basement, but I will flash up this quick photo of the basement bathroom. There's a full bath in the basement, but this basement is more of a open space that could be used for a variety of reasons. Could be entertainment, could be strictly for storage and laundry, or it could be something that you utilize as recreation. All right, so variety of uses that are there. So this again, 415, 3-bed, 2-bath, taxes $6,300 and change. Right, so you obviously, from a Jersey perspective, you can't ask for much better than that for this type of property. Great price, fantastic taxes. I don't expect this type of property to last very long. We'll have open house this weekend. We'll see if it makes it into the following weekend, given the market, and make a decision from there. All right, so this is stop one. Again, we had the luxury of having some interior footage on this case, being that this one belongs to me. And let's take a look at 3 more in the general area of Upper Vailsburg, along with some road footage to better appreciate what this neighborhood has to offer. All right, off to the next stop. Here we are at our first sold stop at 3537 Mount Vernon Place. Again, we often see in Jersey, particularly in urban areas, Plainfield is one example, Newark is another, that you'll get 2 digits, 1 digit dash another digit. This is one of those cases, 35-37. This one, no doubt, as I pan up, give you a little bit of a view, is a fix and flip. I can see interior pictures, obviously, that you won't have that luxury in this case of seeing interior photos, but there was certainly a renovated kitchen here. I want to say bathroom as well. Some windows are still original. Some windows are replacement. That's somewhat indicative of a lot of fix and flips. So this one, price-wise, was priced basically at $400,000, $1 short to be exact. Sold at $415,000, 23 days on the market, but taxes are below $5,000. All right, so that certainly gives you a bit of a reason to perk up a little bit. Exterior, no doubt, as you can see, still needs some work. Landscape as well. You can see driveway here still needs some love, and there's a detached garage. Is more storage than an actual vehicle being stored there. So this has its challenges still, even with being renovated, but it still went above ask in 23 days. Mount Vernon is, as I pan around a little bit, you don't see a ton of vehicles passing right now, but it is a relatively main neighborhood thoroughfare. So a good number of vehicles will come back and forth as you travel from South Orange, which is back the other way. We're a few blocks from where we started towards Ivy Hill Park. And you know, this is a little bit of a different aesthetic whenever you're on a main road, right? So it doesn't have that quiet, tucked away feel the way 49 Tuxedo has, and likewise our next 2 stops you're going to kind of notice the same. But with all of that being said, still sold at $415,000, with, I'm sure, that buyer thinking they have a kitchen, they have a bathroom, those great cosmetics, and take care of the rest over time. What is critical when you're talking fix and flips, the big 3 when it comes to when you're a buyer and you're assessing a home that you're about to purchase, are the big ticket maintenance items. And I mentioned this in a previous episode, that roof, pretty much your heating system, all right, and by and large, windows are going to be like major expenses, right, that you want to account for. So with that in mind, take a close look at those items, because those are the ones that you're going to really pay to upgrade, and they do make a difference in terms of the overall maintenance of your home. All right, so let's skip over to our next 2 stops. I'll see you there. Here at our next stop, we see a full renovation, right, both exterior and interior. 179 Richelieu Terrace. And just pan up a little bit so you see the full profile. So this would have been exterior, vinyl, roof, windows, like everything. List price was $414,000, sold at $430,000. 24 days on the market. Taxes right under $5,000. So $4,009, I want to say 900 and change. It'll flash up there. So with 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, that is a very, very friendly price point. Pan around the neighborhood. We're a few blocks out from where we started in the park again. I'm gonna try and take a peek down the driveway. I'm trying to make out which property has which driveway. And yes, so I can see the detached garage in the back there. So yes, this is example of what fully renovated can generate. But just again, panning around for the full block aesthetic here. A lot of homes similar in style. They're a little different from where we started in Tuxedo, that has a bit more variation from one property to the next, and they tend to be a little larger as well. But again, full renovation, complete job this case, still went comfortably above asking price, right? So we have one more just around the corner, so I'll see you the next stop. So we are just around the corner from Richelieu, and we're now in front of 124 Oakland Terrace. And you can see right here, very, very beautiful aesthetic on the outside. Curb appeal here, it definitely gets an A. All right, so this is a property that, again, taxes very friendly, roughly 6,600 and change. This particular one is a 4-bed, bath and a half. And another example is a flash up price, went above ask. Now, this is a scenario where we don't have new renovations. We have a lot of upgrades, however, over time, and being maintained in very meticulous condition. So when I say upgrades, we're talking plumbing, we're talking electric, we're talking central air, we're talking replacement windows. So these are the things that add up to that factor of what really drives that value above and beyond. So in any case, I'm going to pan around just to get a feel for the neighborhood just down the street from here. Is the Lincoln Elementary School. So I mentioned at the earlier portion of the episode that we have two local elementaries in Upper Vailsburg. Lincoln is directly at the end of this block, so very much walking distance. Panning around a little bit, you can see the aesthetic of the neighborhood, definitely a side street, so it's going to be a little quieter here than compared to the Mount Vernon location that we were on. But homes very well maintained in the area. Just again, take a look at the road footage as I continue to drive through the neighborhood, and you'll see exactly what I mean by that. Very much underrated, under the radar. Worth consideration for those that are looking for a specific budget, are not so much concerned with the school dynamic for whatever reason, and maybe you don't have school-aged children, or maybe you already have a student in a grade charter, or you're going to look to explore some of these high school options because you have a very high-performing high school student. So this is again an option that is certainly viable and budget friendly. So I want to thank everyone again for joining today's episode. Reminder, we have that open house for 49 Tuxedo this Saturday, April 14th. All right. And we'll like for you to come on out and take a look at the neighborhood, take a look at the property. You'll enjoy what you see. All right. So remember, click like, subscribe, notification bell, because we have more valuable content coming your way. Stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.